Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, not too much happened here. Since my last update, Bitcoin is still holding this trend line. So observe the trend line for now if you're trading this short term. But overall, the potential or the risk, even though we focus on higher, but the risk is still there that we see a C wave of wave Y. So that we basically go a little lower before that wave 5 rally starts. Yeah, I mean, it could be that the low is already in. Sometimes you just get these kind of running flat patterns, these so-called running flats, which basically form a higher low. Okay, so that often happens in a wave 4 when the situation overall is quite bullish, because the price, even though in a correction, the price will then form a higher low in a corrective wave and then a higher high as well. That's a so-called running flat, which always makes it very difficult to detect really the start of a fifth wave and the end of a fourth. That's one of the most difficult, let's say, transitions in the charts when we move from a wave 4 into a wave 5, especially if the wave 5 move up is characterized by sloppy and overlapping price action, because it can be that this wave 5 is moving as an ending diagonal, which would be a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But within each subwave, we have an ABC, ABC, ABC. So this is sort of what we're watching for as one scenario. To keep this scenario alive, obviously the last swing low should hold, which is at $34,115. As long as this level is respected, we could argue that, yeah, the wave 4 is in. Okay, so this wave 4 here, which we've marked with a question mark, could be in. It's just that the price isn't really giving us much clarity. So it's not very evident in the charts if the low is already in. If we get a first deeper pullback and it's forming a higher low, we would have some more clarity, especially if the pullback is corrective, because then we might count it as a 1-2 setup in wave 5. Wave 5 should reach around 38,200 to 43K, as we have discussed it on the daily time frame. Now, at the moment, the risk is still there, though, that the move down starts in wave C of Y. Okay, so like this, that the move down starts in wave C of Y, and at least when we break the trend line. So we need to wait for some confirmation. So when the trend line breaks, it would at least be a signal that we have to say, okay, let's see if it's forming a higher low. Okay, let's see if it's forming a higher low, or if we are coming down in wave C of Y. We definitely need to consider this as an option. The risk is still there until we have a 1-2 setup and a break above the previous high. That would make it quite likely that wave 5 has started. At the moment, we are just in a, let's say, wait and see mode. We are in a situation where after 5 waves, okay, a first deeper pullback should occur. Let's open actually the daily chart. I thought I had opened it already, because then we see that after this fifth wave to the upside, here, yeah, we should get a 3-wave corrective pullback. So 5 waves up, 3 waves down. That's basically the next interesting entry point that will be really attractive from a reward to risk point of view. First wave 2 in wave 3. Okay, so again, that doesn't mean you have to wait until you enter. That's an individual decision, depends on your trading plan, your portfolio, your past trading decisions, your skill, and so on. But from a pullback trader point of view, this will be most likely a deep pullback. I mean, we've just come from a pullback. That was another possibility, the support areas, but first deeper one, like this one here, or like this one. This will happen here after likely one more high. Okay, what we're going to watch for is a reaction in the area between $38,270 to $43,000. Can it go higher? Of course it could, but it might then be a different wave count. It might be this high B wave. This is what we're watching. Sort of 43K is the threshold for that. Going back to the shorter time frame count, I'm very much watching at the moment for a reaction here to the trend line. So I mean, possibly breaking it. If we break it, then we have to be watching this C wave to the downside. The Fibonacci projections I haven't changed from the last update, so we have pretty much still this entire range in which the price could react between 33,856 down to 32,245. But there are mainly two clusters. We've got one cluster which is between, let me just pick that, which is between here, the 1-to-1 ratio and the 1.236 extension. We've got 3 Fib levels in this range between 33,850 and 33,350. So that's a range I would pay attention to if we get a C wave to the downside. Or the cluster down here, we also have 3, even 4 Fib levels in this range down there. So let me just pick that. So it's always worth, they are all likely levels to watch, or they're all interesting levels to watch. It's just a matter of, okay, where do we have a certain cluster or confluence of Fibonacci levels and which areas do I want to observe? And we've got the area down there between 32,690 and 32,245. These are 2 levels to watch, which means the price doesn't have to get there because we could, as I said, already be in this wave 5. But if the price gets there, these are definitely levels to watch for a potential reaction in a wave 4. Okay, so either the low is already in or one more low. These are 2 possible micro counts here, but overall we did say we focus on higher against support levels, and the first major support really, well, this is our support box, right? And then we've got one underneath, which might be triggered, but at the moment I just focus on this area here first and see if it's holding. Really bearish about Bitcoin, I would only get with a break below that lower box at 29,555, even though I would already like Bitcoin to avoid a break below 30,620. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to Discord and Telegram, a weekly live stream. We've got our next one today at 5 p.m. UTC. We're going to take a look at a few methods that can be used to identify coins that outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then you get access to short-term market updates as a gold member. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content that you can find there as well. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.